Flashy news. Only on ParanoidRadio.com, bringing you Flashy Fridays.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Paranoid. Tell me, boy.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the humble host, Trebles Garcia. That is right. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us again. And this is the best show with the best content for the best listeners. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to also let you guys know that ParanoidRadio.com is right now on a maintenance hold for the next month or so. I'm trying to rebuild the whole entire internet, the whole entire website on a different server. And it's going to take me a couple of weeks to rebuild the entire website and get all the data that we had from the previous one, or at least reboot the old one. So make sure you don't check us out at paranoidradio.com for the first time ever. And check us out on Instagram at Paranoid Radio, at Paranoid Radio on Instagram. And you could also find the link tree on our link in bios for all the fucking platforms that we're available on worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no more paranoidradio.com. It is now on a maintenance hold. Is under construction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts that allows other people to enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. That is right. Now to jump in from the deep end of the pool and strike with iron is fucking hot, fresh off the fucking press. $24 billion fucking dollars. It only takes $37 billion to end world hunger on an entire fucking worldwide scale. The U.S. citizens have been backhanded, bitch slapped by a crooked, senile punk bitch buster of a president that runs and hides and secrets himself ass backwards by the security blanket that these democrats have provided. The world is in shambles. Alaska's threatened, and human-made climate change is beyond the tipping point. And Biden sits on a golden boner eating popcorn, watching Maui burn to the ground by direct energy weapons. And that's not a conspiracy theory. It's just a conspiracy. The blueprints to world domination is revealed, and you are allowing it to unravel. You allow them to come for your children and hand over your human rights like a thirsty slave. The government blocks donations to Maui and provides another set of $24 billion worth of cocaine and cocaine accessories to Ukrainian gaylords. Are you fucking mental? Yeah, but we ain't. Please allow me to introduce a legend in the making, living proof of patriotism, a colleague, a business owner, father, and loyal collaborator, Flashy_News1. That's right.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for the intro, bro. Another banger of an introduction, because it's all true, bro. That's how we get it.
That's right. Tell them a little bit about you, Flashy_News1, hosting the Flashy Fridays series of season 5 and season 4 for over a year now. You've been here rocking the fucking mic with me every single month, and now twice a month. After you evolved from once a month, you became a segment, and now you're a full-on fucking host, co-host of Paranoid Radio Podcast. Let them know where you at, Dot. What do you do, and how'd you start it, and a little bit about your Instagram account, please.
Yeah, man. My name is Flash. I'm over in upstate New York, about 20 minutes out of New York City. I own a small grocery store in the town that I live in. It's been in business for about 37 years. My mother started it. She's still works there and runs it, but I'm learning the ropes, and I'm slowly one day taking it over, hopefully. I just been in this fight now for probably 6 years at least. I mean, I've always been into conspiracies and truthing, but Trump really got me into the fight, and as did the whole Q movement. Really woke me up, and 9/11 and all that stuff woke me up. But now, man, this shit is getting serious now. This is no more games. This is no more conspiracy theory bullshit. Well, we're in the fucking fight for our lives.
That is right. And you could find him at Flashy_News1, Flashy_News1 on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get loud. So I suggest you turn up the volumes and let the fucking speakers break out of the fucking sockets, because we're going to get into some deep shit right now. An opening statement, please, Flash, bring us and let us know what's going on. Explain yourself. You sent me 5 minutes ago a fucking text where there's a China satellite. No, I ain't gonna say it. You tell me. What the fuck is going on?
So about 6 months ago, we recorded an episode, and I think the focus was Hunter Biden, right? We were just talking about all his cases and all the bullshit. In that episode, I mentioned that he was running a company, Metabiota, right? And Metabiota is a biological company. It's no one really knows what they actually do, but they fuck with biological shit. That's what we know for sure. And I had that theory back then that maybe COVID was started in Ukraine, and then they let it out in China to blame China, and it was a theory, and Russia had been saying things like that, but now we have the defense minister of Russia. Okay, like essentially the defense secretary for us. That's he's in charge of all the Marines over there, the Navy, all of their military, right? The top guy.
Yeah.
He had presented facts, evidence, and documentation to suggest and point the finger at the deep state in our country. They literally named names. They said Obama, Hillary, Soros, the Bidens, the entire Biden crime family, all of them, right, were involved with creating COVID-19 in Ukraine.
And I fucking believe it 1,000%.
That's not me saying it. That was not Paranoid Radio saying it. This is the defense minister of Russia, and they are ready to present their case to the United Nations. Okay, so
holy shit, and they have to be heard because it's the United Nations. Oh, snap. Right. Okay, so tangible proof. And you know what, dude? You know what? Even the war within the fine-tuned propaganda machine that the United States has, it's nothing compared to the little small scale tuned of propaganda machines that other nations have. But
absolutely,
Russia, at this point, dog, every single thing that Russia has said has concreted, has solidified all the statements, even for the Ukraine war, the fucking biolabs found, all the money laundering, all the traffics, all the children that they found in warehouses. It solidifies all this shit, dog. So this is tangible proof. Hashtag look it up. Buscalo, GTS that shit. Continue, dog. So what's going on?
This is why we're seeing so all this hate towards Russia and all this money going towards Ukraine, because they knew if Russia crossed into Ukraine, they were going to get this information. Okay, because there was a conspiracy theory before, but then when they got in there, what did they do? They went right for the biolabs, because that's where all the information was. So this is why they had to stop Putin at all costs. We had to send him fucking $100 billion. We got to get Putin out of office. We got to do all this shit all for little ass Ukraine. Like, honestly, like, I feel bad for those people, but like in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck?
I also feel bad for our people. I'm sorry. No.
And listen, he was never going to go at it like that. He wanted certain things, okay? And then they didn't want to give it to him, so he fucking took it. And then while he took it, he found out all this information because he raided the biolabs, okay? Now, they had documentation from the biolabs. Now, if we remember, there was pictures and videos of the Ukrainians burning fucking documents, but right before Russia invaded. Right. Yeah. There was like a big thing on CNN, like, they were burning documents to make it seem like, like Russia can't get these secrets. But yeah, they knew what they were coming for, and they got it no matter what. So now with Russia, so now let's go back to COVID, when COVID hit, right? And Trump said in the beginning, I actually respect Z. He's been helping me with this whole situation, right? Then it switched to China's got to pay. We got to make China pay. And he said it funny. And everyone thought he was just saying it funny. CAYNA.
We cap on. Look, we cap on. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Donald Trump, but now there's things that he speaks on and he says is fucking hilarious. It's gonna be huge with his hands. It's the China virus. Now I know. There we go. China. That's why he says it this way. He's hinting at something that's tangible. Oh my Jesus Lord. There's a conspiracy theory on a conspiracy that's actually fucking true. Holy snap. Okay, so talk to me about the China satellite.
So China is a place in Ukraine. Now, if you look this up, the first couple things you see will be somebody debunking that people are saying there's a biolab in China, Ukraine. But then if you go a little bit further, you see that it's actually a place in China. The full name of the place is China, China, or something like that. But it's CHY Ukraine, right? And there are actually biolabs there. Defensive biolabs. Okay, that's what we say when we're actually making viruses, but we want to make it seem like we're not. Okay, so
holy fuck.
Right?
Okay.
So now you got that. So now what I think happened was the United States, deep state in our country, made COVID in Ukraine, right? In the dark, nobody knowing, right? Because they see that Trump was, listen, do we remember where this country was right before COVID? Trump was on his way to a landslide victory in 2020. There was no way he was going to lose by any Democrat because the country was doing so well. And
Exactly.
he kept every single promise. So they needed something to stop this momentum of Trump and also to re-get their whole agenda back, because this was supposed to be going on with Hillary. If Hillary became president, they wouldn't need COVID because she would have done everything they wanted to do. We would have been a globalist socialist country, right? So now they had to do it by force. So this is what the pandemic was. So so when it hit, I think we made it in Ukraine, right? But then we released it in China so we could blame China, because everybody would absolutely believe that China would do something like this with no questions asked, right?
Hands down.
The same thing. So then it happened to China. Now Xi Jinping, he was just as surprised, just as pissed, because he actually had no idea what was going on. Like he said, he was like you go ahead, go to the lab. But then he got real secretive, because then he used it to his advantage, because he is a communist dictator and a psychopath, right? He was like, okay, you guys want to do this to me? I'm going to use it in my advantage. Then he put out the propaganda of people dying in the streets. You remember, that's how this whole shit started. The whole global lockdown started was because China was putting out all this propaganda that people were literally dying in the streets with seizures. Okay, and it made everybody fucking lose their mind. Like, oh my God, there's this fucking virus going 99.9% survival rate. But they made it seem in the beginning that it was, oh my God, it was terrible, right? So then that caused the reaction globally of this whole lockdown. So China really took advantage. They forced that to happen because they seen the writing on the wall. They make all the masks, they make all the prescription drugs, they make all, so they use that to their advantage. And then what did our country do? Our country in those 5 blue states put nursing home patients back into the nursing homes that were affected with COVID. Why would they do that?
Purposely.
Because to get the death rate up to match the hype that was coming from China, right? So that they can look, the death rate's up. Look, people are dying in the streets. Look how many people died. 1,000 people. They were 95 years old. They would have died of a flu.
150,000%. And you know what? Even the rollout of the fucking the vaccine, even the rollout was directed first to the elders, the people that were more susceptible to dying. Jesus, okay, dog. All right, now, COVID, China, huge, good stuff. But there's something even bigger. There's something even bigger that we need to cover on this fucking episode. The Project Maui. This is why this episode's called Maui, because this is not. Again, if you refer to the episode I dropped 24 hours ago called Direct Energy Weapons with Chef from Sunday Night Secret Society's podcast, massive shout out, Chef. Thank you for showing out. We dropped bombs of knowledge, and we also brought in information, tangible facts on weaponry that I did deep dives on every single time. I brought you guys the names, I got you guys the dates, I got you guys the fucking projects names, and I told you where to find it. It's called fucking Google, and it takes about 5 seconds to go to the search bar and type something else. Don't let Google tell you what to fucking see. All right, search in there and dig it, and you'll be able to find it. This is public knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. And Google's not gonna lie to you. Come on, the internet doesn't fucking lie. Come on now. Now, check this out, guys. If you go back, there is a big hype on direct energy weapons attacking. So I don't want to make this episode on direct energy weapons, but I also know that there's videos coming out of people that live there that allegedly were dying, throwing themselves in the water because they thought the fire wasn't gonna hit the water, but still managed to fucking burn in the water. And then trees around certain areas, buildings were down, buildings were incinerated, obliterated, fucking carbonized, fucking and made into ashes, but the trees weren't, and the trees are not getting burned. They're still fucking green on them. So please dive into this, dog. What's going on? What's fucking popping?
I mean, so that the whole direct energy weapon, right? Obviously, even if you don't believe in that, right? Let's say you don't buy into that whole narrative, which is fine. Just look at the response for the fire, right? Look at what the government did in that situation. They didn't put on the alarm system to warn people of the.
And they had state-of-the-art alarm system. State-of-the-art. I looked it up.
So there's tsunamis, 100%, bro. And I remember we spent all this money, and it was a big deal at the time. So. You had the government not warning the people, right? And then for the first time ever, all the locals said the winds came from the east for the first time, from the mountains, right? So, okay, that's crazy too, right? For the first time ever. Then the locals said they were fighting the fires. They were actually winning. They were actually protecting their property from the fires. And then the water shut off. The water shut off.
Wait.
So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. The water.
The water.
Keep going. Holy fuck.
Okay. And then not only that, look at who else lives in that area, right? So you got Jeff Bezos, you got Oprah Winfrey that has a house over there, and Oprah Winfrey owns thousands of acres in Maui, right? And now the only thing that burned was the local area. Right now, all the locals have been saying, not just now, I've been going back on these people's profiles. They've been talking about what's going on, like Hawaii politics, what's going on over there. You know, the guy, the person's like he's on the right, but they've been trying to buy that land from those locals for years.
Yes,
People
prime real estate.
Yep, and they just had 3 months ago, Maui had a conference about becoming the first smart city. Okay,
and
so
they signed some contract with the UN, right? They also signed some contract with the UN early 2023, where they were stating that they wanted to be one of the first main cities to introduce and roll out the smart cities,
all the green energy,
all the green shit.
But they can't do it if the locals won't sell, right? So
holy shit,
they tried to do it the right. They asked the locals to sell, but it's goddamn their right not to sell. Okay, these people have been there their whole lives, generation. And the thing is, billionaires are colonizing Hawaii. Okay, these people want to talk about colonizers of America and how we came and took it from the natives. That's exactly what they're doing to the Hawaiian people. These billionaires are coming, right? The Hawaiian population, since the day we took it over, right, has dropped 90%. The indigenous people of Hawaii has dropped 90%. And the white population has gained 90%. Okay, so you want to talk about colonization? That is happening right now in fucking Hawaii. These people are getting priced out of paradise. Okay, that's what they are doing. They are pricing these peoples out of their homes. It's becoming so expensive to live there.
Wow.
Right. So then they jack up all the fucking property taxes.
Dog.
All these rich people are going in there.
And you know what? I have to add something to this. I also was looking at this fucking little introduction on tourism. In Maui, Hawaii in general, the entire state of Hawaii receives most of the economy. 75% of their economy comes from tourism.
Yep.
Let me put that into perspective. If we already had a homeless situation breakout, not only in LA, but in Hawaii, and then you have 75% of your fucking income as a state whole completely chopped off, what the fuck do you think is going to happen to the locals? Not only get pushed out, this is what they do here in LA. I'm sorry, this is what they do here in LA all the fucking time. They fucking got they all these billionaires and millionaires, the big corporations come in, they buy sections, buy fucking warehouses. They wipe all these, they buy out warehouses and buy out small businesses, mom and pop shop, and then they close them down. They destroy all the fucking thing. They bring down the buildings and they rebuild apartments, high-end suites. And they push us, all the freaking homeless come out to the outskirts of LA, which is why now the city of Huntington Park, South Central, fucking Florence and Firestone, all these little commerce areas are surrounded by freaking tents and pookie pipes on the fucking floor and dirty ass shit. And then there's no way to get these homeless people out of here because they're so addicted to drugs, the same drugs that they're pouring into the inner cities so that we could keep being slaves. This is my Jesus. Okay, so I'm sorry about that.
And then that land's gonna get condemned, and then the government can come in and take it. That's a law that Hawaii does pass. California, the same thing. All right, so this is what they're doing. So if and now they're obviously using and then that book came out. A book came out about the Hawaii fires, blaming it on climate change.
Wait, DJ, fuck my life. Rewind. What book and how long ago?
It's called Fire and Fury. Okay, it's on Amazon right now. I forgot who fucking wrote it, Dr. something. It came out the day after the fires, right? But in order to get on Amazon, the person would have had to have put it into the queue a couple days before the fucking fires, and then you would have had to written the book
and then get it published. Get a publisher,
before. And it was about the Maui fires and how it's related to climate change. Like, come on, like this is like,
how
and then
stupid. Oh my god,
and then Joe Biden's first statement from his official Twitter account.
Here it is. Here it is.
The first sentence said, "We are laser focused on Hawaii."
Literally, yeah, dog, yeah.
Karmic retribution. Okay, they got to tell you what they're doing to your fucking face in order for you to accept it, and then for them to not face the consequences in the afterlife.
Mic drop. Get the fuck. It's in your fucking face, and you're too fucking mentally and too fucking addicted to the bullshit If you don't see it, you don't smell the shit by now, dude. You deserve what's coming to you. And
Yep.
unfortunately, it's absolute tragic that there's people here that are still defending Joe Biden even after what he fucking did. And let me give you a piece of my mind. You're at the beach where thousands of people are dying, burning, being scorched alive, losing homes, babies, fucking cars, trees, generations fucking wealth, generations on generations. These are natives. You're at the beach enjoying getting yourself a fucking tan. And when a fucking reporter comes up to you and asks you what the fuck is happening in fucking in Maui, you say no comment. You get into the White House, and the first thing you do is open up a fucking check for $24 billion for the gaylords at fucking Ukraine. Dog, you are a fucking bullshit ass, trashy piece of shit motherfucker that needs to die and burn in hell today because
Absolutely.
you're supposed to be for the people. This is what your tax dollars are for. This is why we pay so much fucking money to the government. So that emergencies like this, in any given moment, at any given state of the fucking union, is defended and controlled and fucking be, and also obviously respond for any emergencies. You should have sent the fucking Red Cross. You should have sent the National Guard. They're miles, only miles away from the National Guard and the Navy stations, dog. They're only miles away. Where the fuck was the National Guard? Where the fuck was the military, dog? You're the fucking commander-in-chief, dog. What are you doing? Sorry.
No, you said it, bro, and it's so true. And then now they're going to use this to launder their money through FEMA because this is what this and then now they're stopping any other donations from outside people. You can only donate through FEMA and Red Cross. Now, why would they do that? So that they can overcharge. Right, they could literally give you $20 for a bottle of water, right? And then they can charge the taxpayer that. And then where there's that extra money going? Right into their fucking political campaigns because they lost Sam Bankman-Fried and the FTX cryptocurrency. They lost that whole $1 billion fucking industry, right? They needed this shit right before the 2024 election. They're going to lose the Senate and Trump is kicking their fucking ass. So they need billions of dollars. And how they're going to get it? They're going to wash it through Hawaii now.
That is probably the most fucking smart, and that's not a theory. That is fact. Look that shit up. That is absolutely fucking trash. Damn. You blew it up on this one.
Outside donations, bro. And yo.
And now I'm gonna do a deep dive on Walmarts. How many Walmarts are in that little state of Hawaii alone, and how many Walmarts are in Maui? The reason for it is because Walmart has a fucking a UN binding resolution contract that whenever FEMA needs to take over their fucking warehouses, they have to give it to them. By law, by agreement, by declaration, by fucking treaties, by paper. So by court, it's oh my god, it's all connects, dude. I'm just
FEMA camps, bro. That's what do you think the FEMA camps are going to be? They're not going to build them. They're going to fucking put them in Walmarts. Of course, they got all the supplies there, everything you need. You'll be good.
You just blew my mind. You blew my fucking mind. What a web.
It is all connected, and it's all the globalist shit, right? And this is what Trump is fighting against. This is the globalist plan, bro. This is 2030. This is the Agenda 201. This is all of it, and this is what Russia was saying that they're planning on doing another virus before the 2024 election. That was the other part of their whole presentation, was that there's evidence that they're out there looking for mutated viruses.
This is that general thing you sent me, right? The general speaking in Russia, he was telling me that, get ready. You know what?
And this was like an official. They're not just going to say this shit if they can't back. And this is what they're using to get all these other nations on their side. They're going and presenting the same exact evidence. They're saying, look what the United States is doing. Look what the United States is doing. Okay, you want to be a part of this or you want to be a part of BRICS? Okay, so this is why all these other nations are running away from the United States. It's not against the people. This is a geopolitical coup against the political elite in our country. Okay, and it has to fucking be this way. And if you don't think Donald Trump is the one directing this fucking show, you're crazy. Okay, because
Talking about Big Daddy Trump. Here we go, BDT. Dog, what is going on? So I've heard that the fucking indictment, Georgia, it's a little different, and I've heard a lot of nigger stuff. So shed some light on it, and at least for our understanding or my understanding, because you have an amazing ability and talent to fucking digest all this political stuff. I don't, bro. I go blind after a while, dog. Like right now, you gotta blow my mind with this shit. Please shed some light, dog. What's going on, and what can happen? Let's be real about this at face value.
Okay, so the indictments really are beyond ridiculous. And
Yeah.
it's not just Trump that got indicted. It's him and 18 other people, and a lot of them are lawyers, right? So essentially what they're saying is that Trump illegally tried to use the law to overturn the election. And they're using this one phone call that he had with the Secretary of State right after the election. He called the Secretary of State, and he knew he was being
11,000.
recorded. He knew he was being recorded. There was lawyers next to him. There was lawyers on the other end. Nobody had any problem with what he was saying at the time. All he was saying was, listen, you got to find 11,000 votes. Okay, not go make them up and create them. No, there's enough fraud where if you investigated enough shit, you could obviously see that 11. That's all he needed to win Georgia.
Word.
Okay, so he wasn't saying like, and then so now they're literally saying that Trump wasn't allowed to use the Constitution and the law to try and challenge the election. That's what they're saying. And they're also saying that he knew he was lying. See, that's where they fucked up though, because as soon as they said, you knew you were lying. Now he has the opportunity to prove that he wasn't, right? So now he can enter in all of the information that he gathered that we tried to enter in 2020 at the time, but all the judges had no fucking backbone, okay, because all the propaganda that was going on, that Trump's trying to overturn the election, they didn't even look at it, okay? They threw them all out on standing. That means that the person that brought the case had no position to bring it, okay, because it was after the election, or that's how you punt. Okay, that's how you not deal with that case on the merits. So none of the cases actually went to court. Nobody actually looked at the evidence. Go ahead.
So this is really blown out of proportion by the mainstream media.
Of course, bro, this is the same media that told you Trump was a Russian spy. So, okay, so do not listen to the media's interpretation of any of this. If you actually read the indictments, they literally say that Trump sent an email, or his people sent an email asking for a phone number of an elected official. That's part of the conspiracy. Trump told people to watch One American News Networks because they were presenting evidence of the fraud. That's part of the conspiracy. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, but now what they did is they're poking the bear. Okay, because Trump was willing to let this shit go. Okay, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't going to relitigate this shit himself. He was going to take it to 2024 and smack him with that. But they're the ones that brought this shit and saying that you're lying. So now what did Trump do? He just put it on his True Social that on Monday, this Monday, he's going to be presenting the evidence to the public, that the evidence that they found over the last 2 years investigating Georgia. Okay, so now he's going to go to the public. Okay, this is what I always say, how the court of public opinion is the highest court in this land. Because once you get the public on your side, you can do a lot. Look what they were able to do in 2016 to 2020, because they had most of the American public thinking that Trump was a Russian spy. That's the only reason why we're here now, is because enough of the American public believed the fucking propaganda back then. Okay, but you can't do that shit if you don't have the public, and that's what they're losing, and that's why we're seeing exactly what we're seing.
That is absolute fucking bonkers. Holy shit.
People are so fucked, bro. I'm telling you.
No. I look, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listening to the fucking show and Flash_News1. Please pray for Donald Trump, dog. We need, like, this is at this point, dog. 100%. At this point, bro, it's gone to a point where, dude, I come to work every single day. I turn on the free TVs when I'm opening and I'm doing different things, and we run the news every single day. And we have customers come in and stuff, and sometimes we're just listening, and every single time, any news channel, they talk about Trump. They talk about, wow, the Georgia impeachment is real. He has until the 29th or 25th to turn himself in. This is happening. He's gonna take his mugshot. He's gonna go to jail. That's it. He's probably, and then people start, oh, he's gonna run run for president in jail, and isn't that? Then we're gonna get that far. It's not. They're not. He's inevitable. And there's something that needs to let you know. The more every other newscast, every other broadcast, every other news channel repeats the old channel and repeats the other channels, and they're all saying the same thing. That's not, it's too good to be true. And normally when they say that, it is too good to be true. It's not.
And don't think that Fox News is part of it, yo. And the New York Post is literally turning into CNN. I'm watching it because they don't want Trump either, yo, because he's going to hold them all accountable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they would rather just hit with the status fucking quo. Okay, so now, but with this whole Trump shit, I mean, it's actually brilliant because they have painted themselves into their own corner. Because now, what are they going to do? Oh, so now I was thinking myself, why isn't any of the Republicans in Georgia doing anything? In the Senate or in the state legislators, why aren't they doing anything? Now, what happened today? Today, the state Senate, a state senator, I forgot his name, I just put it on my story, State Senator in Georgia has filed impeachment articles for Fannie Willis, the DA in Georgia that brought the fucking bullshit case to Donald Trump. For false bullshit, politically biased, all of it. And not only that, they fucked up so hard when they literally put the indictments, they published them on the government website before the jury actually voted on the indictments. So,
it's in your face, dog. It's in
fits, bro. It's obviously so, but they're making so many mistakes that it almost makes you think that the white hats are in control, because it's like, yo, nobody's this fucking stupid. Okay, so we're still going through the process of the show me phase, right? We're still in the process of, okay, Donald Trump said all this shit for 5 years. Now we're going to show you. He told you for 5 years, you didn't believe him. Now you're going to get smacked in the mouth with it. Okay, if you like it or not. So this is why when I say nothing can stop what's coming, it's already here. It's already coming. This is what can't be stopped. This momentum that we have of the truth, this momentum that Trump has, he keeps gaining in the polls. There's nothing they can do. They're fucking lighting fires in Hawaii. They're talking about releasing viruses. Okay, this is what panic looks like. Unfortunately, it sucks for us when we got to go through it, but this is how you cut the head off the snake. And this is why they're making so many fucking mistakes. Okay, because Trump is in control. Okay, he has. Trump just doesn't have most of the population in America. He has most of the population in the world. Okay, this is what the media is not telling you. Have
you taken a minute? And I'm not trying to fucking promote the Instagram page. Have you taken a minute to go onto the post on our show, on any post that has to do with any type of thing with Donald Trump and everything that's commenting? We have people worldwide, from India, from Germany, worldwide, are talking about you need Trump back. For fucking India for Trump, fucking Palestine for Trump. That we have Israelis for Trump. Like, I'm like, Mexicans for Trump. I'm like, dog. Yeah, bro. Worldwide. Yeah, bro.
And now it's the streets, bro. The hoodlums in the streets are even saying this shit. I was watching a fucking interview with YG, or one of these gangster rappers, and he was like, yo, the whole hood, because they look at Trump as the victim now, like how they are, how the system goes after them and indicts them with fucking all this shit for fucking, having a couple crack pipes or something, or selling a couple crack box back in the 90s. You go to jail for fucking 20 years. Right now, they look at the same, that, yo, now Trump's got street cred. My man's getting indicted, right? Some bullshit on racketeering.
He's a felony. He's a felon. He's a fucking felon.
Whatever it takes, right? You even got Kodak Black. Kodak Black fucking came out with a video. I think I sent it to you too, talking about, yo, we need Trump 2024. He said, yo, we got to do it like China. He was like, you know how they have the same guy for the whole life? That's how we got to do it, man. Like, bro, talking, bro. The world is talking. The momentum is ours. Okay, now and look at the iTunes charts, bro. The last one is the one song about Try That in a Small Town. Right. And then now it's the Oliver Anthony song, fucking the Rich Man in Richmond.
Yeah,
that's what's going on right now. And then you look at Target losing billions of dollars. You look at Bud Light losing billions of dollars. You look at Disney lost billions of dollars. Okay, this is what the revolution looks like, yo, and this is what fucking winning looks like. We got to take the win together, bro. We got to take the win together.
Absolutely, guys. Again, flashy _news 1 on a flashy fucking Friday. Triple F on that one. That is right. Make sure you follow flashy _news 1 on Instagram. Let them know where they can find you. One more time, Flash, and let us out.
Yeah, man, I'm over on Instagram, flashy _news 1, over on True Social too, a little bit, flashy _truths. And my parting message is, just march on, man. Stay connected. They're gonna throw everything at us, probably a blackout coming. Prepare like there's a storm coming, because there is.
Yo, facts on facts, and get ready for the Hillary hurricane. It's gonna hit California very soon. And we might have a lot of floods out here, but the thing is, it's not only going to affect the west coast of the country as it dissipates and moves towards the east. It's also going to bring a lot of snow on earlier parts of the year.
That's because global warming.
It's going to be global warming. Shut the fuck up.
Bro, it's been 78 degrees in New York for the last 3 weeks, bro. I'm like, is there an ice age coming now? Because where'd it go? Is global warming hiding? Is it all right?
No, well, you know what though? We did mention on our news episode last night where it eventually will be global warming, but it's because it's getting pushed off the ledge by humankind and these fucking elites and satanic fucking worshipers. So So to be honest with you, again, ladies and gentlemen, do not go to paranoidradio.com. It's under construction and maintenance for the next month. Make sure you check out flash _1 on Instagram and drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcast that allows other people to enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. Dude, we covered so much on this episode. It's a fucking banger. I love you, dog. Peace out, bro.
Paranoid Radio.